Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a group of friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves.
Pizza rolls.
No, we're talking about toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again.
Kennedy really wants a pizza roll.
I know.
So do I.
Why'd you do that? Jerk. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us on YouTube, where you can do that, first of all, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. We really appreciate it. But you're going to learn soon enough we are not, I repeat, not toy experts. We're just enthusiasts. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get some of them details wrong. That's okay. We're all friends. Speaking of details, let me introduce everybody. Hi, I'm Jason. Over here we got Elgin.
That's me.
And there's Spoody. Uh-huh. Oh, my gosh. Well, you guys remember those days of opening your trusty lunchbox to reveal your favorite sandwich, a snack, and maybe a little note from home? We're here to celebrate the charm and history packed inside these beloved containers. Tune in for a trip down memory lane and discover why lunchboxes are more than just containers. They're portals into our past, encapsulating the essence of childhood and the joy of collecting. Yeah. Sandwiches. Yeah. And then Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a store later, and it's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the show, we're going to hear from you guys with Spoody on your thoughts on today's subject of lunchboxes. Yes, you have something to do later.
You have thoughts.
You can follow us on all the social media platforms, including that cool new fancy shiny one, Patreon. And those links can all be found on our super cool website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. Do you need stickers?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And if you do, like Elgin, just head over to toyhacks.com. They have an armory there where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry. Mm-hmm. And like I said, tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys.
What if I don't like Elgin?
Well, who doesn't? You're crazy.
I quit.
We also have a monthly... Don't leave. You're going to tell them all about this monthly contest.
Before I quit, be sure...
Don't do that. That'd be good, too.
Every month we run a caption contest. You give away a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks. So be sure to check that out on all of our social media pages, where if you comment and we like your comment, then we will then transfer the $5 coupon over to you so that you can buy something at toyhacks.com.
Very nice, very nice. But right now, we're going to talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools. If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
You better hurry up, Spoody. You're up first.
I'm going!
What have you picked up lately, good sir?
And then transformed just recently.
And what's its name?
Quick, faster!
His name is Double Clutch. He is a power core combiner.
Sure he is.
Can't find it, grind it.
What?
The clutch joke.
It's a clutch. That's a...
Okay.
Yeah.
Clutch humor.
Kind of put together, right?
Came in the clutch.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Is he a bunch of cars?
He's 5 cars.
Sweet.
That's neat.
That's a bunch.
It's kind of micro scale ones.
I got another power core combiner.
in a baggie.
He's combined in the bag.
How do you feel about power core combiners, Spooty?
Interesting.
I
That
like
counts.
them and I kind of hate them.
Why and why?
Because they don't actually really transform other. So they're like they're just called drones, like the limbs.
Okay.
So you get one transformer, and the rest of them that just turn into like limbs.
Okay. But that's cool, right?
The other
No,
one I got
sweet
is
cars.
Crankcase and his stuff, but
His
he's
guys.
in a bag.
Because he's cranky.
Kind of.
Yes.
He's in timeout.
They're just like poor. It's just like a. They're
I don't know what you want.
they're not great. They don't. It doesn't look super great as a robot,
There's a couple that look all right, but
but you can tell that they're
the one
like
that's in the
stretching.
bag looks okay.
They're
But
trying.
should have been the one I did first.
Is that a knockoff? Is that an actual?
It's an actual transformer.
Okay.
It's like a whole line that they did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I
Interesting.
got a couple of them, so which means I have to get the rest of them.
Of course.
Aha.
So
That does mean that.
yeah,
Whoa, what's that?
this is Squeezlings.
Oh, excuse you. Bless
Uh-huh.
you.
Squeeze.
What's a squeezlings?
Fuck if I know.
Okay, because that's the first time I've ever seen this.
Let me
craziness.
squeeze it.
Whoa, it's in a box, Elgin.
They're squeezy collectible characters. Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Starscream, and Megatron.
Who was that first one?
Optimus Prime.
Momtopus Prime.
Well, those look
Octopus
like
Prime.
so they're squishy. Is what you're trying to tell me.
Apparently. They look cool in the box, which is where they're going to stay till the end of time.
You just needed that box over here.
Yeah.
Well, they're cute.
I might try to find like some loose ones just to...
Squeeze
squeeze them.
so you can feel the squeeze.
I assume they're like the kind of squishy keychain sort of things.
Do they look?
Yeah, it looks like a soft rubber, maybe.
Yeah.
It is a choking hazard.
I look like a soft rubber
Okay.
something.
Okay. But I can open it up for you.
No, that's all right.
All right.
Squeezlings. Interesting.
I got
Cute as heck.
a couple masks.
Where did you find the squeezling
I'll
at?
need to get one.
The eBay?
The eBay.
Or
Oh.
the Amazon? I don't remember.
The internet.
There's the Starscream. I'll have
The
to get
interwebs.
Gotcha.
it. Ooh.
And- As soon as I grab it, I completely forget what it's called.
Shim
It's
Sham.
the vampire, I think.
Is it mask?
Mask. So today in the mail, when I had opened up 45 packages,
3 seconds before we
3
hit
seconds
record.
before we hit record, yeah. So this came originally, I got this from Jeremy Sample at the Cracktastic Plasticon, but it did not have the windshield.
Now he do.
I don't want to disclose how much I paid for the windshield.
I'm
it was-
gonna want to know.
It was like $15.
So gosh dang much.
Yeah. But so
So just
a
Toy,
little gotta
Toy
have it.
Polloi has, I don't know if he has that one,
Yeah,
but he has this one.
Like a hack.
it's the price of it. Hey, I got that guy.
He has the windshield like he made from just frosted acrylic. And you can download the file.
Starting a motorcycle gang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guy's name is Sly Rax. I remember that.
Sly Rax.
And then Brad Turner on the Condor, which also from Jeremy Sample, did not have the windshield. I also got that one a little bit cheaper.
he turns into a helicopter. I know
This
that.
is a helicopter.
That guy does.
Crazy.
This guy just turns into like a kind of a weird little jet thing.
No, it's a hell of a chopper.
Hella chopper.
Yeah, this turns into.
It's a hell of a chopper you got there.
Whoa, that jet flies.
And it's got missiles that pop out and get lost. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Mask is cool.
It's all right, I guess.
Oh,
If you like
oh yeah, that went out. That was
Yeah.
masks.
If you like Mobile Armored Strike Command,
Then I got a couple things that I've been looking for a while.
So do they spell
We're stupid.
command with a K?
yep, they're
That
the first
were
ones.
stupid fucking exclusive shit.
Oh, that
It is War for Cybertron Hot House.
Hot House. Look at
which
those
was
colors,
I think
though.
an Amazon exclusive.
Red, orange, and lightish blue.
So now I have all of the Micromasters for Cybertron.
The bases.
Is he
and the vehicles.
fire station?
Yeah, fire station.
But you'd like him because him and his friends all come apart into pieces. You can build more things in.
Yeah. And then I got the
Oh, it says it right there. Fire station.
the Siege, which was a Walgreen exclusive. Ratchet, which goes for entirely too fucking much. I got them super cheap.
I was gonna do that.
Finally.
Okay. You can do it too. Oh, that's
I
better.
probably could. I'm like closer than anyone.
Cool. Cool.
And I got more crap for next week.
All
Got
right.
him.
Very cool. You haven't even had time to play with them yet. You just got them. All right, Elgin.
All right, I got some stuff.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So open another of the Turtles of Grayskull figures. So that crossover line with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Master of the Universe. And we have Bring Me the Shredder. We finally get a Shredder here. The other ones I have are in my pile of loot currently in Big Bad Toy Store. And I'm still waiting for 2 more things before I can ship that. I still have like 20 some days
Oh, plenty of time.
from the first figure that I bought, which is like 90 days ago. Anyway, this is Shredder. Pretty cool looking figure. It's got a nice cape that's not cloth, but it's like kind of a soft rubber. And he's got this sweet axe and a crossbow that's like a horde.
What's his
crossbow.
crossover?
I think he's with the Horde because when you take off his shin guard, spiked shin guards, his boots have the Horde symbol on it.
Okay.
So I think he's
It's the Horde
aligned with
guy. Okay.
Hordak and those fellows.
Those turds.
Yeah, but he looks cool. I like it too that he's not like every Shredder from that's vintage. That's like he's in a in a crouching position. He can't even like pose him anywhere. He's like has this one like his knee is up, and it's awful.
I was gonna say it's just nice to have a really cool Shredder to play with.
Yeah, that too. And
he's got the bad guy's feet.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
The
cool.
color, the silver, and all the he's almost like a Super Shredder.
Yeah.
Too, which I made out with Kevin Nash, who played Super Shredder in the second Turtles movie, and I have the WWE
Did the people
Superstars.
get it?
Well, I said it was like, but it's the same scale, the Superstars line, and I already had a Nash figure anyway, so I'm like, I'll just put his stuff on him, and it worked out fine. So, but yeah,
It's like you were right back in the movie.
exactly. And then he's there for 2 seconds and kills himself.
Oh.
Just stupid, but and there's a lot of stuff. Got a bunch of wrestlers here too. A lot of these are from the Ruthless Aggression era and line that they put out. So we got I just did this one here recently. I got a JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. And this is in his Great American Bash gear from like 2005 that he has. He came out and was, I think, feuding with somebody. I can't remember. Either Undertaker
With
or
everyone because he's an asshole.
yeah. Yeah. He had quite a few. He left Eddie Guerrero quite a bit too. And anyway, so he's got some soft goods cape, but he's got kind of his stars and stripe gear, and his cowboy hat has like red, white, and blue on it, and he's got his red, white, and blue coat and
Use that hat on.
something. I don't know. I got it for like $10. So I mean,
Can't beat that.
it's an elite figure, so it has the elite articulation with the double elbows and double knees. So it kind of, and you know he's the wrestling god as he calls himself.
Right.
And we got another Ruthless Aggression era figure. This is The Rock. And he comes with this little guitar because this is when he did the Rock concert with his acoustic guitar on stage. And yeah. It's pretty accurate to how he looked at that time, just with his giant Brahma bull belt buckle as well. And kind of the cleanly shaven head, but not fully shaved like how he is now. But the guitar It's the same guitar that the Honky Tonk Man for the WWE Superstars has, so it does break apart, so you could bash it over somebody's head and break it apart.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think I got this for like $5. So yeah, so there he is there. Another elite figure as well from the Ruthless Aggression line and era. Another Ruthless Aggression line is this Brock Lesnar. I think I talked to Jason about this a while ago, that I wasn't going to get this figure.
You did say that.
But I found it even cheaper than when I saw it before. And so the Elgenomics kicked in and I had to buy it. Because this is an Ultimate Edition figure, which those figures cost around $33 retail.
Jesus.
I got this for $10. So I could not. And he comes with not one head, but 3 extra heads there to go with it.
And the belt.
And the belt. Because this was his rookie year when he first came out, and the year where he basically destroyed everybody before he was even called the Beast Incarnate. He basically ran through the entire ranks of WWE and then won the title at the end of his first year.
Now, is that head smaller than the other ones?
I think because his mouth is open, it makes it look a little...
His head is too small for his body.
Well...
But I think that's real life, though.
Yeah, because I have his shirt on, because he comes with this black soft goods shirt. This is the next big thing, along with his, with Paul Heyman, he's his manager. But, like, they made him look...
That looks pretty good.
Like how he looked when he first came out. So he doesn't have the giant
On the
knife tattoo on his chest yet, because that would come later, but he does have his back tattoo. But yeah, the way they've molded his chest and everything, and since this is an Ultimate figure, he does have the butterfly shoulders and the toe cut as well, so he can do running and he can do his knees into people and all that good stuff, and F5s and all that stuff. Of course, I did have to have the Predator kill him because,
he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he was a heel.
I didn't get to the top.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to go.
I do.
But yeah, it's a very, for that price, I couldn't really say no with all the stuff that's going around. And I mentioned that in the video too, of kind of the hot water that he's been in lately. Last wrestling figure I have, excuse me, is this Sergeant Slaughter. This is also another elite figure. This is the version of Slaughter in 1990 when he went up against Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. And he was teaming up with... This was part of the Triangle of Terror that he was aligned with.
When he went heel?
When he went heel, went anti-American during the Persian Gulf War. He teamed up with Colonel Mustafa, who was the Iron Sheik, and General Adnan.
Oh, the ratings.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he was heel turn, and yeah, it was basically... I actually have the Hogan that would go against him. The promo that he cut with the Ultimate Warrior, where he has the mask and like the army gear, and so it would have been, I think, SummerSlam or something where he's like fighting him. But yeah, soft goods shirt, and he's got his kind of classic fatigues and everything on him as well. But cool looking figure nonetheless, even if he was a heel.
And he follows us on Twitter, so
yeah,
he's a good
guy. Last but least, had to talk about at least some Motu, other than the crossover. I recently got this. This was, well, at least I opened it. I've had it for like a while. This is the Mechanic and Ground Ripper. Originally, they were called Road Rippers. They lost that name and then had to reapply to a different name, and now they're calling it Ground Ripper.
So cool.
But, so it doesn't have the action feature that normally like the Ground Ripper would have, where you pull the string and then it takes off. But it does roll pretty nicely, and it does have a different mantle that you can pop off and put kind of the classic head on it as well, if you want. I kind of like this new one just because it's different, and bigger. But that would be the classic headpiece, I guess, to the Road Ripper.
Did those stickers come applied?
They came applied, which
Oh.
was great.
Those
I don't like applying stickers.
Those
It's
are a lot of big ones.
yeah, it's really stressful for me. I don't like doing it, honestly. If they come applied, it's great.
You just slap them on there. If they're crooked, they're crooked.
It's so stressful. But the mechanic is great too. He doesn't have the action feature that the original Vintage had, where you would twist his torso and his head would go up and down. They just have a piece that you can attach to it. So I'm just basically keeping it attached so it's on all the time. He does come with his weapon, which is most likely, I think they originally thought it as a mace, but I think it's supposed to be like a telescope, where he would put it like that and then look through it. I think
That's really cool.
I think they mentioned that in the 2000X series where he uses this. That series had him a lot more, and his backstory was a lot more present in that series. But he's cool. He's got little kind of mirrored eyes, which he kind of had in his Vintage as well. Those always got scratched up. But otherwise, it's Stinkor's armor repainted and just kind of a normal blue body as well. But he's a cool figure. And it's kind of nice that it was a 2-pack. I think you could get him at Target. I think I got it on clearance when it finally went on clearance. And it's been sitting in the box of Origins to unbox and talk about.
That looks like vac metal on the front of them glasses.
It could be. That could be it.
So shiny, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And did you look at that?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's very cool.
Such a cool toy.
That's all I have.
All right, I'll get through some things here. I just got this yesterday. It's a Target exclusive, Target Optimus Prime and Autobot Bullseye.
Cool.
Just another exclusive. I'll let you hold it up if you want, but it's from the G2 mold of the Prime with the speaker shoulders.
Oh yeah.
We all thought it would be the Volvo because that's the new one, and we'd have probably preferred that, but it's cool. It's got I just know that anytime you see these branded type of things, you just gotta snag them up because once they're gone, they get stupid expensive, and I like the color scheme anyway. The black, white, and red has always appealed to me, and the fact that they turned the Bullseye into a character is really cool. So,
Was there another character named Bullseye in Transformers or not? Or
No.
Just from the Target dog.
Target dog, yeah. I think there's
cool.
There's that 2-pack with those ladies that are like snipers. One of those might have a Bullseye name, type name. But love it. Love the art on there. It looks great. Probably not going to open it because I already have 2 or 3 of them primes already. And
It's cool that it comes with the Target red ball that's out in front of every store.
Right?
It's like throwing it to Bullseye. That's great.
Yeah. It's great.
It's pretty clever.
It is.
For package art.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are they making a Walmart truck?
No, they almost made an Amazon one, but then it didn't happen, and then that turned into the Volvo Prime that we did get.
Mm-hmm.
But there was mock-ups and stuff, but it never made it out.
And for anyone keeping track of my Optimus Prime collection, I got that one too.
Yeah. I got some stuff on Temu the other day, and I got this little model kit. I did a little live stream unboxing and putting him together, and he's pretty good. He's only $10, and you can feel its articulation, like it's all ball joints really, or pegs, and it's tight, and it's got extra hands, and I really, for $10.
So this was a kit?
This was a kit, a model kit. I almost brought it's called something Park.
They have more than just him, right?
YOLO Park is the brand name. YOLO Park.
Did you get that online? Or?
Yep, they have a website. You can get them from different places. $10 a piece. There's 6 of them in this wave, and then they've also started doing like higher end stuff, like bigger and fancier with die cast and metal. for like 50 $50 on some. There's some Optimuses.
But he doesn't transform.
No, just a model kit, but he's got articulation.
Yeah.
And, like we said, it's for all of those who get butthurt about non-transforming Transformers, I'm like, you're going to leave them on the shelf and never touch them again.
If you're going to leave it in that mode, why not?
Yeah. Looks so great.
Do those red figures have articulation, or they just statue?
Just as much.
So it's like that.
It's just like
that.
that.
Probably has more articulation than those.
Yeah.
I don't have any of them out.
Right.
But yeah. And they're a little softer rubbery or
the red one?
The red line.
Red line, yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Cool.
And then I went to Chicago the other day, and that was a really fun trip with Tiffany, and went to see some of her friends, and somehow she let me talk her into going to some toy stores. I said we didn't have to. I must have had a look on my face.
But then you're like, but I have this list.
Yeah. So, of course, my first choice was Toy du Jour. That was my favorite that we did get to stop to when we were there, so I wanted to go right back there. And I found this guy, Repugnus. I'd never seen him or played with him before, and he's a G1 monster bot. What is he, Spooty? He's a bug-like person.
It's like a praying mantis.
Kind of praying mantis. Kind of beetle-y with legs. He's a monster bot. He's a combination of weird stuff.
They did a reissue of this, didn't they?
Yep,
Recently?
They've done a few of them lately, and it's been great. He's in great shape. He's all there. He's missing a gun, but I don't want to pay $50 for a little gun. But yeah, he's cool. He's really, really cool. As I'm starting to work on the 1986. 87
he's a Sparker.
And his sparks work. I forgot that. His sparks do work. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Smell that spark.
That's the different Transformers thing.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany bought me this little guy. There was just an episode right before we went from Triple Takeover that was about these little mini jets and stuff. And this guy's from G2, and his name is... I thought it would come. It didn't.
Cheetah guy.
It's really cool orange with, like a cheetah print on it. Hooligan, that's his name. Hooligan.
Got some light piping, too.
Some light piping. He's kind of like a flip changer, but he's also more complicated. Well, close. Close. If you lift up on his chest and then back, and it kind of flips together. If you wanted to. It's neat. And then you got to do things. But
I don't want to break it.
A neat little G2 jet. I love these guys. I hope to get a lot more of them. I have a bunch. Awesome. I have a bunch of them, but yeah, Hooligan. I also got this Rat Bat. I got this little micro cassette tape. It's Rat Bat. It's from Cybertron. He's cool.
The Spy Patrol.
And then I left the money tags on there. What other kind of tags are there? I got an Optimus and Megatron Pez dispenser. They're $3 a piece. How do I not?
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer right there. Oh, even got some Pez in there.
Hey, I didn't even check. And then Toy du Jour, they do like a new sticker design every month or few months or stuff, and this is their latest one.
Oh, I saw that online.
Yep, me too. Toy du Jour, Taco Bell.
Yeah, there's like 5 pieces in there we can share if you want.
And then, oh my God, there really is Pez in there. Oh, Jesus.
I don't really want any of that.
And then Elgin's like, well, if you're going to Toy du Jour,
yeah, go to this other place.
You should go to this other. If you're already going, go to another one.
I mean, you're there, so.
And it actually wasn't too far away. It was called Throwback Toys.
I think so.
And we had not been there before.
We talked about it on the show.
But we had mentioned it on a toy tour. We mentioned it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. It was a cool store. I did some haggling / arguing / having to walk away from some toys because there was like a kid, like the owner's kid was running the store.
Oh, I hate that.
And like he told me a price on a thing, and then I walked around with it in my hand, and then when I went to check out, he's like, "No, it's 3 times that now."
What?
And I'm like, "Well, no."
Then you just throw it on the ground.
I'm like, "So if I would have just paid for it when you told me it was this, I would have just." I'm like,
right.
"But you told me it was this."
It's because then he saw you wanted it.
I don't
Because
know.
you held on to
I
it.
just forgot. Anyway,
Yeah, that too.
but I did end up getting this Mighty Mugs Cobra Commander. Heck yeah. Shoo, shoo.
Huh.
He's so cute.
Didn't know they made stuff like
Yep, there's some Joe ones, but he's the only one I want since I only really do Cobra Commanders and Skeletor. He's $10. That sticker's still on his foot,
that.
too.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to see what
Oh,
mug?
Mighty Mugs.
Mighty Mugs.
It's a whole line. It's a Funko before
And
Funko.
all of them are that shape.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yep.
What's that? Yeah, if it's like Funko.
It's
then
Funko before and it came before.
Pre-Funko.
Before Pops.
Yeah. Oh. Pre-Pops.
And then that's all I got there. Oh, I guess Tiffany got me a magnet too. It's still in her fridge. But
Gotcha.
and then our patron comedian Bill Fisher, heard of him?
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
He's always there when I do unboxings. He wrote me this week. He's like, "Well, I need to do another one. Do you need to? When's your next one? I need." And then he sent me a picture of this box that is clearly just killing him. And so I think Sunday we will. But anyway,
Sure.
Bill, he sent me pictures of these things a while back, and it's like it's at a Dollar Tree, Dollar Family Dollar, Dollar Tree Family Dollar.
Yeah, they have those.
And like we don't have those here, but when we were in
Albia.
Chicago, there was one on our way where we were going. So I'm like, boop, pop in here, grab some drinks, see if they have these little dumb, little cute, little plushy guys. We got a Bumblebee, we got a Megatron, we got an Optimus.
No Starscream?
Nope, just these 3.
And you only got one set? I see how you are.
Well, actually, Bailey's, her nickname's B, so I got her a Bumblebee, and then I got an Optimus. Oh, they only had the 2 Optimus, so I got one for Grayson. But they're like weirdly soft.
They're like the
Squishmallowies.
Squishmallows, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Squishmallows,
I
yeah.
never squished them. Squishmallow.
Squishmallows.
Oh,
Excuse me.
my bad.
Offended all the Squishmallow
Listeners.
fans out there.
Yeah, at work I got corrected. By
I'm sure.
a student.
By a millennial.
Guys, I did it. I
Good.
freaking did it. Don't you want to know what? I'll tell you.
You got these plushies.
No, better.
Better than plushies? What?
I know. Surprising. I've been working on finishing the 1984 wave of Transformers. Did it. Then I was
Check.
working on the 1985 wave of Transformers. Check.
Check.
And so I did it. I finally finished Wave 6, 1986 wave of Transformers with this guy here. This, would Corey call him a space horse? Or a space chicken when
Space
it's just
Cowboy?
the
Space chicken.
space chicken. But anyway, got
Lynx?
Skylinks. Skylinks. He's neat. Happy to.
Something.
Well, it's.
He's a spaceship.
I
I
had
got one too.
Willis Wheeler wrote me today. He's like, "Hey, be careful them legs. Them feet will snap right off." And I'm like, "I know. eBay's filled with legless bodies." And I was like, "But yeah, but also like he's this big, giant, bold colored like he's a big, beautiful toy that's got like so much play value, especially if he's a kid. Where like, his tail was." He can turn into a spaceship. He can turn into a lion or a lynx. I mean, he turns into like a space shuttle base where it's just the imagination. And I wished I'd had him as a kid, and I never
That'd be
really.
cool to have as a kid, honestly.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing.
His butt shuts when you're...
This particular one, it also has mechanics, battery
It
powered.
walks.
It walks,
Whoa.
which is neat. But that's how I got this guy. It was cheap because his stuff is deteriorated inside. But
Yeah, all corroded.
yeah,
Don't know if mine does or not.
that's okay. I can watch a video of it. I don't need it to, but I'm just super stoked to finally have it. Be done with 1986 and on to a challenge beyond challenges
87?
1987. They
Why is
really
that?
expanded.
Did they?
I'll tell you right now, the main reason, Fortress Maximus.
Oh.
It's only $800.
The minimum. Anyway, so
If you just get a shell,
It's only a rent payment.
I know. Fuck. Yeah. So, but I'm super excited about it. It's one I'll like. I just wanted to get through these first 3, and now I can just pace myself. It's still nice to have that focus of like, if you got 5 toys there and you can only get 1 or 2, like, oh, I'll get ones from that
Sure.
line because it helps the goals. So
keeps you focused.
yeah.
I thought you had this already. Is it reissue?
They redid it in War for Cybertron.
Okay.
A new version where
He's
he's
tired.
very big and very badass.
Yeah.
But
For some reason, I thought you already had this guy.
well, I had that for a while, and then I just got this.
Oh.
I never brought that unless you were over and saw.
I
it.
probably saw it at your place.
But yeah, maybe when what the oh. I was going to try to make a segue about lunchboxes, but I can't. Hey, lunchboxes!
Hey, are you hungry?
That's it.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls. Well, you can't take pizza rolls in lunchboxes, silly.
Oh, you're not trying hard enough.
Can.
You can. Won't be good by the time it's.
Take them frozen and then they thaw and then they're fine.
Do you remember having a lunchbox when you were a kid? Were you young enough or old enough to literally take lunch from home?
I did, but we were poor, so I had a brown bag most times.
Yep.
If I did take a lunch, most times I ate school lunch.
Yep.
Just because my parents are like, go to school and eat lunch. I'm not going to make food for you.
Yeah. I'm already paying for
Yeah,
the
we're
lunch.
already-
I'm not
we're
going to
already-
spend
yeah.
more.
So I don't think I did. I have like one of these. I wish I had one. I mean, especially like this Motu one that I have now.
So cool.
It's a metal Aladdin one, I believe, and it even has the thermos in it as well. I think I have 3 thermoses of the same thermos, of varying degrees of
Scratched off,
goodness. The best one is in that one right now, which I can grab.
Yeah, I think it's the same for us. It was always school lunch because it was the cheapest.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it
look
is. It
at
even
that.
has the cup on top as well. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think I have another one with a cup with a broken handle, and then one without a cup on it at all. But which is nice that it has like, it's like, yeah, put the thermos right there. That's exactly where it's supposed
That's
to go.
where the last one died.
Yeah.
The chalk outline.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very cool.
It's
metal-
embossed. It's got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rays.
yep.
That's a neat feature with some
Yep.
of these older ones
and,
that I don't have.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really my only like vintage one. I have these 2 other ones. So
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Uh,
So I've been taking my lunch to work at where I work for the last 15 years, just because it's easier. We have a bunch of leftovers anyway, so I'm like, I'm there a full day. I'm just gonna take my lunch. I'm there early enough, and I can take lunch. So I had been using like a regular, a normie lunchbox, and it recently kind of crapped out. It was just like so torn up and everything. I'm like, I should probably throw it away. So I was like looking on Amazon. I'm like, well, there's got to be Motu lunchboxes that you can actually use to carry food in, other than like
for
these.
man lunch.
Yeah, other than like, vintage ones to collect or whatever. So I put a bunch of them on my wish list, not thinking that anyone would get them. And then my wife Amanda picked up these 2 for me, and they're actually insulated lunchboxes. This is the one I use right now for work, basically. It's got this cool Castle Grayskull design and a bunch of figures on it as well. But it's
It still has lunch in it.
yeah, I cleaned it out, but it still does have like paper towel, so I don't get dirty inside. But it is an insulated.
He wouldn't have done that if
Inside.
it was just a normal.
Yeah, I wouldn't protect it like that. But I got an extra bag in there if I want to carry stuff. But it's like a mesh spot in it as well. But It does. I can carry the like the glass Tupperware containers with the lids.
Yeah.
It fits a square one of those fits exactly in this, which is great. I can just pull food in there, seal it up, and then stick it in that.
Heck yeah.
And then I got two of them at once, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this one because this one looks cooler.
It looks so good.
It's actually from, I believe, a Dark Horse comic where He-Man is fighting Despara. That's who's on the front there. The woman that looks like Hordak. That's actually She-Ra. So in the comic book, She-Ra was, abducted by Hordak when she was a baby. They were twins, He-Man and She-Ra, and Hordak came and stole She-Ra, took her back to Etheria, raised her as his own daughter. Basically, she was supposed to be the Force captain and all this stuff, and brainwashed. And that's what she's supposed to look like. That's a mask that she wears. They kind of allude to that in the newest Masterverse or Revolution. But this is the comic of them talking about, like, He-Man's fighting his sister, but he doesn't realize it's his sister.
So cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to use that one for much.
No.
Plus, there's kind of some half-naked women on it as well. I'm guessing that's Tila. There on the bottom as well. But yeah, it's the same type of thing. It's insulated, and it's got zipper pockets and stuff like that as well.
It just made me remember I used to have one that I did use that was just a solid blue, but it had a big silver Autobot symbol on it. I did use that for like work.
Yeah.
For one job I had.
Yeah. But they're pretty. It's pretty handy.
Handy.
It's pretty handy, and it works great. And you can get them on Amazon now for like not that much.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing.
Awesome.
I also brought this other Cabbage Patch one. This is my wife's, actually. I got this for her birthday a few years back. She was huge in the Cabbage Patch kids when she was growing up. She used to get one like every year for Christmas. Aww. She still has all of her original ones that she got as a kid. But she never had a lunchbox either because she was poor as well. And she'd always wanted a lunchbox. Didn't really ever tell me that, but I saw it, and it even had the thermos in it as well.
You had to.
So I got it for her, and so she was like really excited. I was like, hey, I should bring that one too. She's like, yeah, go ahead.
Show it off.
Show it off.
Cabbage Patch is great.
But yeah, it's got, this one's just a plastic one. It's bright yellow and everything. But there's,
Aww.
it's missing the cup, but it's got, kind of
Look
the
at
classic
that.
thermos and everything. But yeah, still cool nonetheless. And the artwork on the front is mint. I mean, it's like there's no scratches at all on it and everything.
Very classic stuff.
Yeah.
Have you looked into other design of lunchboxes? Do you know if there are other He-Man ones out there?
I think there's another one.
Vintage wise?
Tin. I think there's some plastic ones for sure. I almost bought one that was in Cedar Rapids. I was at a toy store in there. Not any of the ones that we normally go to. It was like kind of like an antique-ish place. And I tried like, hey, will you take this price? He didn't go for it.
Oh.
But it was like the plastic style one.
Yeah.
And it had a different design on it. But it didn't have a thermos. So that's why I was like, I'll give you like $10 because it was like missing the thermos and it was plastic. It wasn't like the tin one. So he said, no, I want I'm like twice that. I'm like,
He still has it because he's
Yeah.
a dick.
yeah. But maybe if I go back there, I'll see if it's still and try it again. But yeah, there's plastic ones. I still love the tin ones. Are still they feel
like childhood.
Yeah, because I used to have a lunch tray.
Yep.
With the folding legs that was metal like that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find one again because I don't.
We have those, the Transformer ones.
Yeah.
Here somewhere.
The one I had was it just had He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and Tila on it.
Aw.
And I think I got it for Christmas one time, but I use it all the time. Like just sitting in my bed, like eating, just like snacks or whatever. But it would just fold out, and sit on your lap and stuff. It was great. Or put Legos together or whatever, It was. So I need to get one of those at some point, but
Yeah.
just haven't. But it's like metal like that,
Yeah. Spooty, you have any childhood memories of lunchboxing? No? That's a no.
No, I never really took one to work anywhere either.
Yeah. Do you collect them?
I have a few. Mostly just the transformer ones. I have a couple of the TV trays too.
Yeah.
I mean, I got, I think, metal versions of both of these. The designs.
For the
Yeah,
transformer ones.
Yeah.
I totally don't collect them, but I have a bunch of them, and I just, you see them at a garage sale or
It's hard not to
market.
collect them though. Like it's very much like vintage toys. Like you kind of see it, and it very much reminds. Even if you didn't take one to school, it feels like you should have.
Yeah.
And it's
Like, even though I didn't,
yeah,
I could have.
right. It's almost that kind of like faux memory of like
Yep.
of.
I must have.
I probably did, but
I
it's
didn't, but
but because the artwork on it is so like
Yep.
nostalgic looking, it really taps into that. Plus, then it reminds you of like eating as a kid and just like like peanut butter sandwiches and just like chips and
Yep.
and bologna sandwiches and
Kool-Aid in the thermos.
yeah, it's just it taps in. It feels like it's drawing multiple influences into it, and then even like if there's not Motu related, I'll still look through.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to look through them all because it's like, if there's like an A-Team one or something, like yeah.
Something that connects to you.
Yeah, it's I don't know, they're just cool to the feel of them and the look of them as well. It's just something very attractive about it.
Yeah, I brought a few with me. I can't say I've even looked at them since I put them up once I moved.
Yeah.
There's a few vintage ones. That one was $3.
Does that have a
The
thermos?
tape. Oh, it does. Look at that.
It's not in very good shape.
Nope.
Yeah, I have one that looks that bad. But
Yeah, the flea market tape sticker is still on it. $3. Yeah, it's a more modern one there.
Both sides, different characters.
I do have another metal one. It's from Revelation that they just did a commemorative one. It didn't have a thermos or anything with it, but I keep all my unboxing stuff in, like my mics and my knife and cutting stuff. So it's all together, and my like rotating disc. But it's still in the basement. All my stuff's like in that to keep it. So because it's a nice metal one, which is nice storage too.
Yeah, and I know
dual
I've
purpose.
got doubles of some of these I just left at home too, and
Yeah.
I know I have another one too that Eddie gave to me that's full of instruction books
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
stuff. I don't know where that's at. I think I know.
Mask one.
And there's even a mask one.
Yeah,
It must have been just cheap enough at a garage sale or something.
probably.
The sticker on it's really
It's in
good.
great shape.
Does it have
yeah.
a thermos?
No,
Yeah.
just this one.
Yeah.
I thought one did. There you
I
go.
have another one of these,
Oh.
and the sticker's just off.
Yeah.
I just keep it with it. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. I bought myself a pencil case to keep like
Right.
my Toy Hacks extras and stuff, and my clippers and things. And I'm like, what? I got something.
Yeah, it works great. Like because I have mine underneath my main table where I do videos and stuff, and I can just pull it out, open it up, all my stuff's there, to do unboxing stuff, and just take that and put it back, and it's nice storage. It's metal. It's not gonna keeps everything safe and
Practical, people.
and it's also
Decorative and
decorative and practical at the same time. So
yeah, so can't argue with that,
yeah,
wife. I'm just kidding. Why did I say? Anyway,
maybe that's part of it too. Is that the practicality of it is very enticing. That it's not only is it artistic, but you can use it as well too.
Right.
A lot of our stuff that we collect is we're just looking at it. We're actually be able to use this as well in everyday life, and like
you can
maybe
display
that's
it, but it also can be storage.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And maybe if you're eating lunch or something and somebody sees it and
Yeah.
says, "Hey,
Start
you're
a conversation.
You're a fan of this?" And I'm like, "Don't bother me. It's my lunch." That's usually what I say.
Well, I'm pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
You can talk to me in 19 minutes when I'm done.
Well, let's take a 19-minute break here. We're going to give you a little taste of our podcast network. This nice lady's going to get on and talk to you all about it. It's the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. There's a bunch of other shows on there, ranging from movies to music and just people nerding out into microphones, and it's a great place to find other podcasts, and those can all be found here.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back, and now it's time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store is called Tom's Vintage Toys. It's at 1127 Lincoln Way East Highway in Mishawaka, Indiana. It's a small store that is jam-packed from the floor to the ceiling with Motu wrestlers, Lego, Marvel, DC, comics, Star Trek figures, and much more. And when I say floor to ceiling, they have figures hanging from the ceiling. Just random figures. Not even like displayed.
Planes.
It's displayed as just hanging from the ceiling.
Oh.
Because it is small. And it's right on the highway as you're driving past. And there's like residential stuff. And it looks like it was maybe a house at one point. And the guy's like, a gas station. I'm just turning this into a toy store. And it from pictures, it is jam packed. Like
Cool.
almost like the one in Chicago, the
Throwback toys.
well, the Quake collectibles.
Oh,
It's like that. So yeah, just hanging from the ceiling. It is about 6.5 hours from Ottumwa if you drove straight there. But if you're in South Bend, Indiana, it's only about 13 minutes because it is a suburb, 13 minutes east of South Bend, Indiana. It is known as the Princess City. That's taken from an 1875 story about a love triangle between the Shawnee chief's daughter, Mishawaka, a white trader named Deadshot, and a Shawnee warrior named Grey Wolf. That's Tom's Vintage Toys at 1127 Lincoln Way East Highway, Mishawaka, Indiana.
Let's go. You think we'd all fit in the store at the same time?
I think I have to take turns. Like you just go in and like report back, and then
Yeah. You'll want to turn left. Okay.
yeah, you have to like, go in and just like put your arms down and like turn.
All right. Well, now it's time to hear from you guys. It's Spooty with Talking Toys.
Somewhere in here. I had it just a second ago.
We'll pause for this short break.
Where to start? Grumpy Beard _collector.
I like him.
Yeah. I had a Transformer lunchbox and thermos. It was plastic and had the classic fight scene in space that had the original Gen 1 characters, circa 1994/86, which is that guy right
The
there.
one right in the middle of the table.
And Ostradamus _toys. Ostradamus.
Oh,
OZS.
Oz.
Yeah.
Oz,
man.
My favorite lunchbox was more movie related, but there were toys associated with the movie. It was a Jurassic Park lunchbox with a thermos that had a biohazard symbol on it. I used the thermos as a toy when I played with friends.
It would have been cooler if the thermos was a Barbasol
Yes, I
shaving
was
cream.
say. Oh man,
I got dots in here.
Mr. Jimmy Lee Dalton
Jimmy.
Hey,
says, Kiss lunchbox I had in elementary school back in the 70s. Love that thing.
Should have
he
known.
would. He loves Kiss.
Yeah.
He would.
And then Mr. Chris Turnip Simmons from the Patreon.
Yay!
The one I can't forget is the 80s Transformers lunchbox featuring Metroplex. It's not that it's that amazing of a lunchbox. It's just that the art that you chose has Metroplex's face still visible in city mode, and that's always bugged the hell out of me.
It would.
Which is this one right here.
It would. He's so buggable. That
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
Is there a thermos in this?
Yeah,
one.
that
Service in
one.
this one.
No.
And that's all I had.
Yeah, that Metroplex is weird for sure. Just because his head's facing forward and
Is it not supposed to?
no, but sure, sorta. Cool. All right. Did you want to? Oh, you're just getting it out to play with it.
I was just looking at it.
No, that's cool. Well, before we go today, I just want to remind everyone to head on over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. If you like the show, you want to help support us out, that's the place to go. I mean, tell your friends, of course. Share our stuff on all the social medias. Sure, all that. But when you're done and you're like, I need to help them guys more, patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. That's another thing that Elgin really likes a lot.
I love it so much.
He does.
I can't wait to read them. So write them.
Yeah, you write it. He's going to read it on the show.
Yeah,
the next
I will.
One. The next one.
So do it now.
And also one of them sweet perks you get for being on our Patreon is you get your name read on the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure
Not by
do.
me, because I can barely read.
That's true. All right, I'll do it this time.
Apparently.
We got our pals. Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, he's a comedian, and Michelle Pizzulo. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. We appreciate it beyond belief. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
totally appreciate it.
Yeah, we love it.
You.
It's the best. All right, well, guys, what do you think?
I try not to.
All I'm thinking about is pizza rolls.
I know.
Pizza rolls.
I don't
Let's
have any
do it.
pizza rolls.
Do they make like combo meat ones?
Yeah, they have
Sweet.
to.
Let's get those.
All right. Well, until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.